Assalamu alaikum. Shalom. My hotel. Namaste. Free the land, beloved. Come on in, come on in, come on in. My name is Vicki Dillard, and you're tuned in to an early edition of the Vicki Show. I done surprised y'all again, didn't I? Thank you all for my day ones that follow me, even though my schedule has been all over the place and I've been coming on at different times. Thank you for accommodating me with my medical schedule. We'll get to some normalcy in due course, but for the next few weeks and months, it'll be up and down. Just keep looking for me. You all know that I've been doing my best to bring nothing but value to Fly Nubian Queen platform since 2017. Yes, beloved. And I've been doing work offline before I ever came online. Talk black to me, somebody. And now I'm pleased to be live, flynubianqueentv.com weekdays, but also on other platforms as well. Somebody talk black to me. We're seeding the message of the Vicki Show and power to Black people, inspiration and information to our people all over the planet in our own way. I'm your sister with the curly braids, family. So I'm going to ask that you do me a big favor. As you come in, beloved, I want you to do me a big favor. As you come in, please come in giving us the thumbs up, thumbs up. Be sure to like, be sure to share. I want you to text the word Queens to 31996 so that you're able to receive phone notifications when we go live from time to time. I am not the only queen on flynubianqueentv.com. That's another reason I don't go anytime that I want to go, even though I used to do that. But I want to show respect to the other Fly Nubian queens and not interrupt their show. So thank you again so much for accommodating me and looking for me. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. Follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. Also, beloved, I am so pleased to be another one of the keynote speakers this year for the annual All Black National Convention. I'm going to be doing one of the keynotes, beloved, and I am so ready to address the Black family with this powerful, powerful, powerful word. So make sure that you join today. Link is in the chat at All Black National Convention, All Black National Convention. Want to say a big shout out to our moderators in the digital building. They're highlighted in blue. Tell me if you all can see me okay. Tell me if you all can see me okay. I'm hoping that this thing will clear up more and more as we go in the next few minutes, beloved. And I've got to get to where I'm going quick, fast, and in a hurry because I want the quality to be as best as possible, as good as possible. So family, on the count of three, for those of you that have a little bit of housekeeping. Okay, looks like the pixels are messed up a little bit, but we're going to keep it going. On the count of three, for those of you that haven't, please hit that thumbs up button. Somebody said slightly blurry, but you can see me. Keep going. Somebody else said no pics. Yes, ma'am. Okay, I'm gonna keep going, and let's hope that everything that the connection or whatever's going on will clear up a little bit better, because I want you all to be able to see me well. On the count of three, for those of you that haven't, let's hit that thumbs up button. On the count of three, hit that thumbs up button. With you, 1, 2, 3, thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Share, share, share. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Share, share, share. Would you? Let everybody know that your sister with the curly braids is on live and direct for an early edition of the Vicki Show. Big shout out to my Instagram family. By the way, you can follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. I want to say a big shout out and happy birthday to our moderator, Angel, who's under the Vicki Dillard fan page, which I did not start. Shout out to my supporters. We want to give screaming happy birthday to our beautiful moderator, who does a good job of supporting my message and helping us to maintain order. We are so, so happy for you, dear sister. And we hope that you indulge and enjoy your day. Now, family, let's get to where we're going. You all know there's been so much going on in the news. And I regularly remind you on the Vicki Show that we're at war. Somebody talk black to me. You're so welcome. I regularly remind you that we're at war. The reason I remind you, beloved, that we're at war, and I've discussed so many topics, and we've set the precedent on the Vicki Show to highlight manifestations of white supremacy in every area of people activity. And we see other folks are taking our lead. Somebody said that's a good thing. Somebody say that's a good thing, because it's our collective Black voice that makes us powerful. The reason why they work so hard to censor us, to mock us, to discredit us, especially your main corporate white conglomerates, is because, beloved, their statistics are showing, their numbers are showing that they're losing credibility with the public. And it's showing that growing folks are getting their information from folk like us. Talk Black to me. I have been teaching you, expressing to you how our open enemy, members of the white supremacist oppressive class, weaponizes everything. They weaponize your air, your water, your music, your family, the legal system. Talk Black to me, family. They weaponize your religion. They weaponize your educational system. They weaponize every single thing. Are y'all hearing me today? I see y'all giving her all a beautiful happy birthday love. Talk Black to me. And she so deserves it. Thank you so much, sis, for your support. The reason why I value my brothers and sisters like you, because you all are my promoters. Beloved, you all are my main promoters. Sometimes people don't push your message. They get tired of you. They don't market you anymore. They don't recognize your value. But over time, when other folks throw you away, and even when some of you all will say, well, why doesn't so-and-so ever shout you out? They shout out everybody else. They pretend like you don't exist. Beloved, I focus on you. I focus on the support that I get from you. Shout out to my brother today, Cool Kez. He included me in one of his hip hop songs. Several of our grassroots hip hop artists have done that for me before. And I'm so honored, like my brother, sincere to God. But you are the ones who promote my message. You are the ones who market the Vicki Show. You are the ones are making us relevant. And you are the reason why those who are considered to be powerful and influencers are paying attention. You legitimize and give me credibility. Talk Black to me, somebody. So for that, I give you great thanks. Are y'all hearing me today? So when you promote my message, when you dedicate and volunteer your time, you're making it known that my mission is bigger than me. You're recognizing the fact that what I say impacts you and is in your best interest. Are y'all hearing me today? And for that, I say thank you. And I'm learning, beloved, I'm going to acknowledge my own value because it's connected to you. I said I'm acknowledging my value because it's connected to you. It's bigger than Vicki as an individual. So I don't worry about whether another person or contributor or YouTuber acknowledges me or not, even though they acknowledge others. Talk Black to me. I know, baby, what the Vicki Show is doing. I know we're giving talking points and momentum to this movement of in Black society like nobody else. And we are the ones that's making it happen. I wish I would act like we're not. Somebody talk Black to me. They can act like we normal all they want to. They can act like that the greatest resources on the earth come from the ground up. How many of you all know that even water deposits are in the earth? How many of you all know that minerals and golds and gem and oils and other powerful, important, high value things are underground? But I told you for the longest time that power in this season is coming from the ground up. Somebody put hashtag BGR in the chat. That's for the Black grassroots. We who consider to be the nobodies. We who they discounted and mocked. We're growing in power. Talk Black to me. Talk Black to me. I'm not worried about these other funny looking individuals that's out there that's benefiting off of our momentum. I ain't worried about these funny looking copycats. Talk Black to me. Whether you like it or lump it, baby, we know our power and what we're doing. And we're going to keep going. And we're going to continue to level up because this is bigger than us. Talk Black to me. Y'all hit that thumbs up button on the count of 3 for those of you that haven't. There's a lot of stuff that happens that I don't talk about publicly. Use your discernment. And follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. That's Vicki. My name is not short for Victoria. My mama said I didn't look like a Victoria. And my name doesn't have double K's, nor E's, or Y's in it. It's Vicki. Follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. Follow me on Twitter at Dillard Vicki. Follow me on my Facebook fan page at Vicki Dillard. Talk Black to me. thumbs up, share, 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 share. You got to understand and understand the law of honor. You show honor to the people that you know have set a precedent for you to benefit off of. When you don't do that, you a thief. Somebody say you a thief. And y'all know I don't play about being cheap. Cheap is not just about how much money you have in your pocket. Cheap is a poverty mindset. Are y'all able to see me a little bit clearer, family? Maz, let me know if y'all can see me a little bit better. Let me know if this YouTube stuff is clearing up. I got to get to where I'm going. Now, I want to get ready to talk about LOM. Somebody put hashtag LOM in the chat. LOM. LOM. Somebody put LOM in the chat. I'm not worried about these funny looking haters that's out there playing like I don't exist with your funny looking self, you thief. I'm going to start saying stuff like that, baby, because you're not for too long. Okay, that shit, we see you good. Awesome. Let me get to where I'm going while we're looking clear. Thumbs up, family. Share, 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 share. Want to act like we don't exist. I said, want to act like we don't exist with your funny looking self. Now, LOM, beloved, represents League of Mammies. What y'all know about the LOM, LOM? Don't worry, Vicki is working on an apparel line. Y'all be patient with me. Y'all be patient with me. Make sure that you support my upcoming business at MissVickiTV.com when I get ready to unleash all this stuff. Every one of you also, by the way, that bought keys from me, I set a goal, and guess what? I hit the goal. I'm the one that stopped it because y'all were buying so many. I thank you so much, but I'm working on a new project. So every one of you that support, thank you so much. But right now, I want you to make sure that you're joining and signing up for All Black National Convention. That's Dr. Boyce's annual convention. I'm going to be there. So many other powerful, powerful people. Other folks with Fly Nubian Queen. Our brother Nuri Muhammad. Our brother Rizza Islam. Stay tuned, beloved. I'm working on some secret stuff coming up before the year is out. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. I'm so excited. And so many others. Dr. Claude Anderson. I'm talking about world shakers, history makers, for real, for real, for real. Talk black to me. Now, LOM is LOM, League of Mammies. What I want you guys to understand is don't you ever come up in my chat talking to me about me attacking another black woman. Let me tell you something. I don't attack for real black people. What I do is expose black looking people. Your Jesus of 2,000 years ago warned you that there's a such thing as a wheat and there's a such thing as a tare. Some of you all have been calling folks your brothers and sisters when in fact they're not the real deal. They're fakes, they're phonies. And your level of ignorance has everything to do with your own undoing. So because you ain't intelligent enough to discern the difference, you've been calling the tares wheat. Because you don't know that there's a such thing as a wolf in sheep's clothing. Don't be talking about that's my sister. You attacking black people. Slowness, that's a wolf in sheep's clothing. He tried to let you know that you can be deceived. Slowness. Somebody put some turtles in the chat. Jamil Hill is a part of LOM. God, today. Put some of the LOM members' name in there. Gail King, also known as Kale King. Somebody say eat your vegetables. Just like Oprah is affectionately known amongst Black grass society as okra. Somebody say eat your vegetables. They're okra and kale. Talk black to me. Lomina Joy Reed is a part of LOM. Put their names in the chat. Candace Owens is a member of the League of Mammies. Talk black to me. What I want you to understand, beloved, and then there are some other members that are like your Uncle Roro's. I don't want brothers to have to conjure up masculinity. When the brothers have to struggle to be masculine, I just go ahead and make you an honorary member of the League of Mammies. I don't want to put all that pressure on you to perform to be masculine. The thing that doesn't come natural to you, I just throw you in that category. Talk black to me. God today. Yes, Rolanda Martina. What I want you to understand is that these people that I consider to be members of the League of Mammies are individuals, beloved, that not only cape for white supremacy and white supremacists, these individuals mock and undermine black people at the same time. That makes you an enemy to black people. Did you hear what I just said? Yes, Michelle Obama is a part of the League of Mammies. Yes, I know that hurt some of y'all feelings. Kamala Harris is a member of the League of Mammies. Kamala Harris is a member of the League of Mammies. Simone Sanders, who quarterbacks for Joe Biden in her spare time. That's a lie, not spare time. Forgive me. Full time. is a member of the League of Mammies. Thank you, sincere to God. Amanda Seals. Amanda Seals. Amanda Seals. Amanda Seals is a member of the League of Mammies. Talk black to me. Hit that thumbs up button, family. Now, you all know for the past several days, our brother Dave Chappelle has been in the news. And he has been attacked because members of the LGBTQ community attacked him because they didn't like some of the jokes that he made, saying that they felt like he was being discriminatory. You've got folks like Jocelyn, who recently identified as a man, but last season of Dear White People's show decided, that he was going to identify as a woman named Jocelyn, which that's his right to do. But Jocelyn came out and publicly denounced Dave Chappelle. You had other black looking people that had the nerve to try to dog our brother as well. Somebody talk black to me. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Individuals that attacked Ice Cube. Do you understand? Yes, Jacqueline is the name now. Talk black to me. So, yes, God knows Whoopi Goldberg is a League of Mammy members. All the people that rolling in them love and like, all the members that your street activists love and enjoy, most of them are members of the League of Mammy. Talk black to me. Now, family, I don't unnecessarily attack these people. Again, when they start to attack black folks and undermine us, then you're finna get this everlasting work. Now, watch this, watch this, watch this. The latest member, I want to give you evidence here of something that Oprah did years ago. I want you to listen to this audio clip here under the Copyright Act that I want you to listen to, where I'm alleging, Vicki is alleging, based on belief and information, that Oprah is part of the reason Dave Chappelle has been attacked and is being attacked. It is my belief that some of her anti-black male behavior is what allowed our brother, and not just him, but others, to be set up. Talk black to me. Now, I want you to get ready to listen. Instagram, get ready to come on over to Fly Nubian Queen. Instagram, get ready to come on over to FlyNubianQueenTV.com while I break this down. So again, I'm pro-black. I love my sisters, but I don't like it when folks like Amanda Seals said that it's going to be a black man that's going to take her out. She was saying that it was going to be a black man that killed her. Remember, it was Amanda Seals that publicly came out to stop a black man from getting off death row when information arose that he was actually innocent. Do y'all understand? The reason why Oprah is in the League of Mammies is because it was Oprah that backstabbed Michael Jackson after he was dead for a decade. And when the family was begging Oprah, please don't interview his lying accusers. Please don't do that, Oprah. She went against it and did it anyway. And then she set her funny looking self on the yacht of Michael Jackson's number one enemy, David Geffen, who Michael Jackson, a white LGBT member out of Hollywood, who Michael Jackson said was responsible for the destruction of his career. Michael Jackson, somebody say believe black men. Michael Jackson said that it was after Michael Jackson said that he rebuffed David Geffen's pass at him. David Geffen, according to Michael Jackson, in the book Michael and Me, read the book, read the excerpt, look it up. Michael alleged, according to this particular story that was told in that book, that this man made a pass at him. Michael made it clear that he likes women, and the guy started to attack his career ever since, according to Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson said that's when you all started to hear stories that he was a child molester. That's when they tried to make him look like a nut. Remember, I drew the connection and showed you, and I used evidence because of information that was prompted long time ago from our dear brother and scholar, Dr. Wesley, who I credit and who I shout out a long time ago, a year and something ago, I believe now, that he had everything to do with his destruction. Our black scholars make connections and say that they believe that actually David Geffen and others, they believe, according to the scholars, Dr. Wesley, he believes that there is actually connection with some of them having to do with his actual murder. Again, those are the black scholars, allegedly. Somebody say allegedly. Somebody say we're responsible on these platforms. So this is the reason why Oprah is in that number. The reason Gail is in that number is because how many of you all remember me doing the breakdown and breaking news of Kobe Bryant? Before Kobe Bryant was buried, before they officially had his memorial, Gail King interviewed one of his best friends, Lisa Leslie, and tried to pull up a discredited case upon learning about the death of our brother Kobe. And it took the beautiful, intelligent Black woman, Lisa Leslie, a renowned basketball player in her own right, a woman basketball player, a legend. She publicly checked Gail King and told Gail King to leave it alone. And when she told Gail that she didn't see any of those traits in her brother, Gail Gail kept pushing Lisa Leslie to say and to dog this dead man's legacy, this deceased man's legacy, to dog his legacy. This is the reason why I have problems with them. Do you all understand? Some of you don't know this. Some of y'all running out here talking about Okra and Kale as your auntie. I respect them for the areas where they do well in, but you finna get this everlasting work when you undermine your people. So for some of you that don't know that, I had to give you the insight. The reason why I gave Angela Rye from CNN, but she ain't really on there that much, so I don't know what's going on with the biscuits and CNN, but the reason why I gave Angela Rye this work, not just because she's buddy-buddy with Charlamagne the God, and Charlamagne has a funny way of caping for some of the strangest Black women that don't care for the Black grassroots or disrespect us in some way, form, or fashion. I'm gonna leave that alone, Charlamagne. Thank you, Charlamagne, for the shout out that you gave me a long time ago. I gave Angela Rye that work because Angela Rye sat up there and dogged Minister Farrakhan in a podcast with Charlamagne the God. She said some ugly and disgusting and disrespectful things about Minister Farrakhan, while at the same time patting Joe Biden on the back for giving him and making excuses for Joe Biden's racism. Do you see how you're going to get this work? You got to make that make sense. You don't get to cape for a white man that has everything to do with the construction with the 1994 crime bill and other anti-Black legislation. You don't get to cape for them and say vote for him anyway. Understand he didn't mean it like that. And then turn around and give a Black man that worked for 60 years to uplift Black people. You got to be out your mind. I'm going to call you out, Tare. I'm going to call you out, wolf in sheep clothing. I'm going to call you out, Lom. Some of you all didn't know this. And some of you want to come to me like Vicki is just, no, you sit down. Your job ain't to criticize. That's my job. I'm qualified. I'm anointed. And I love Black folks at the same time. What I'm teaching you is Black liberation. I'm hoping you're course correct. You got me messed up. What I look like letting you sit there attacking our Black warriors when we're at war. Our masculine Black men are the ones who needs to be on the front line and who are supposed to be securing the Black woman and children in society. You let Joe Biden and members of the oppressive class do the attacking on their own without your Black face covering for them. Don't sit up here and tell me, Vicki, why aren't you just talking about white folks when white folks manifest themselves in Black people? Slowness. If the target is white supremacy, and I'm not talking about just an individual white person, I'm talking about the system of white supremacy. If the target is white supremacy, and you funny looking bones and biscuits, Aunt Jemima's Uncle Ruckus gets in the way of the target, guess who gets hit first? If I'm aiming for the target over here and you jump in front of the target, who's going to get the work first? You're the one that makes our open enemies powerful, slowness. Hit that thumbs up button, you promised land rejects. Even the God didn't want to try to deliver all of the people. He didn't want to save all the people he just delivered. If you know the prophetic story of the children of Israel, you'll know that it's written in the book after God delivered the children of Israel, he was ready to kill them all. I'm talking about your Bible. I didn't say Vicki, he did. You ain't more spiritual than the God slowness. You think you more moral than him? Your funny looking self. What I look like not acting like God? God today. What I look like not being like God? I God bless. I don't dislike white people and stuff like that. I know what to do in this white supremacist world. Any other people, we love them. But you finna do it the way we tell you to do it. We're the mothers and fathers of civilization. And to our white brothers and sisters whose time is up on our planet and whose numbers are dwindling, you're not going to win by killing us, murdering us, and doing all manner of evil against us with juices, talk black to me, with water, with air, and with everything else. The universe and the Most High is working against you. Slowness. The only way you get to stay on our planet for an extra weekend, beloved, is doing it the way your mama and daddy tell you. Somebody say, honor your mother and father. I love white people, but you're going to do it the way I tell you to do it. Miss Ann is 96 years old. You calling? Yes, my child. Baby, I'm the Ancient of Days. You get to do it the way I tell you to do it. You get to be on our planet for another weekend because you are submitting to the divine order. I don't hate nobody. I love everybody. Some of my biggest fans are white people. Do y'all know white people be on Twitter talking about calling me Mother Dillard? That's right, mother. I'm your mama. But there's an order. Somebody say be one. God, today. Somebody say be one. Somebody say be one. Come on, Instagram. Instagram, come on over to flynubianqueentv.com. I see y'all heavy over here in my little Instagram page. So black to me. I better quit talking about little Instagram page. Come on over, family. Instagram. By the way, all my Instagram people, I'm getting ready to drop a big launch today. It's going to be available on my website. Ooh, Vinny, your gift is blessed. Vinny, 1,000-fold. I'm not even supposed to say that. God, today. But anyway, beloved. Anyway, family, Instagram. Be watching out because as soon as the show's over, in about 30 minutes after the show's over, I'm going to do a big launch. So get ready, get ready, get ready. Go to Vicki X Dillard if you want to see about the launch. Join because I'm going to close it out in about a week and a half. This is only for the elite, baby. What I'm getting ready to drop for you is some information and some channeling and a direct message that I got from a supernatural being. Talk black to me. I don't know nothing about the way other folks over there do it spiritually. I don't know nothing about just what everybody else teach. I just know that what I was given and what I was told about the true meaning of the DNA codes. If you want to know about that, go to my Instagram page at Vicki X Dillard. Hit notification because I'm going to do a launch today. And you better hurry up and sign up. And leave the cheapness out. The cheapness, this ain't for you. Talk black to me. That's another story. Thumbs up, share, share, share. Instagram, YouTube rather. YouTube on the count of 3, hit that thumbs up button. 1, 2, 3, thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. All right, Instagram. Let me get on into Vicki alleging. It is my belief that Oprah Winfrey set up Dave Chappelle. The stuff that we're seeing play out now, I believe that she helped to set the stage to set up our brother, and I want to give you receipts for it. I want you to listen to something. All right, Instagram, I'll see you in just a minute. By the way, family, Instagram, I'm at Fly Nubian Queen on YouTube. You can access me there, or you go to flynubianqueentv.com. See you there. Thumbs up, family. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Share, 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 share. Let everybody know that your sister with the curly braids is on live and direct. I'm live and direct right now on flynubianqueentv.com. Now, I want you to listen to something here. Give me a minute to cue this, family. Thumbs up, family. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. What I want you all to see that because the war has intensified amongst Black people and those of the oppressive class, we have very little tolerance right now, beloved, for those that would sell out our people. Did you all hear what I just said? What I want you all to understand while you're hitting the thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. What I want you all to understand is that because of the seriousness, because of where we are in war, we don't have a whole lot of time to be given grace to sellouts, Black sellouts. When you sell out Black people, do you understand you're actually selling out all people? Because the world cannot be made whole unless and until we're made whole. Did you all hear what I just said? The universe is blessing us right now. And when you don't treat us right, you undermine yourself. So even when folks are all in the media talking about climate change is the number one issue, let me tell you something. What they call climate change is what's written in the text where it says that creation is waiting for the manifestation of the sons of God to be revealed in the earth. The scripture says that the earth will help the woman, will help the chosen people. So yes, there's a such thing. The climate is changing, but the climate isn't just changing because members of the oppressive class. It is the universe that's helping to vomit out the unrighteousness that has been sown by our opening it. Y'all ain't ready for that. So what you don't understand is everything in the whole wide world. Let me say that again. Somebody put some globes in the chat. Everything in the whole wide world that's wrong. I said everything in the whole wide world that's wrong has everything to do and can be traced back to the mistreatment of the Black man and woman in America, and by extension, our brothers and sisters around the world. It's metaphysical first. You don't get to just be logic. I do magic over logic. Where's clubvicky.com? If you're just a mere mortal, I say that all the time, been saying it for years. If you're just a mere mortal in one way or one form or fashion, if you're just a mere mortal, I'm too much for you. And that's okay. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit educational personal use tips to balance in favor of fair use. Talk Black to me, family. Hit that thumbs up button, beloved. Share, 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 share. Now, for those of you that wonder, why is Vicki talking about this now? Oprah, who's also from Mississippi, for those of you that don't know Vicki, I live in the Wild Wild West right now, but I was born and raised in Mississippi. I respect Oprah. She's from Mississippi. I used to watch her when I was a little girl growing up until I understood how she was working behind the scenes to undermine us. Oprah was dubbed the Queen of Talk. Shout out to Rise Magazine. I was pleased when Rise Magazine called your sister here the new queen of Black media. Your sister with the curly braids. Talk Black to me. Watch this. I didn't realize this at the time when Oprah did an interview years ago with Dave Chappelle. How many of you all remember when Dave Chappelle, back in the day when he had his show, turned down $50 million? How many of y'all remember that? Do y'all remember that? When Dave walked away from $50 million, do you all remember that? The Comedy Central deal. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, family. The reason why we ask you to do that, by the way, and share, because it makes it more likely that other folks will hear this broadcast. I hear on a regular basis how they often try to shadow ban our show here on Fly Nubian Queen, and so forth and so on. You all understand. But what we do is we try to overcome some of that to let other folks know you're the ones that promote me. You're our marketers. And just like when we see the white conglomerate, networks, they have multi-billion-dollar budgets to push their agenda and their narratives. You are the ones that push our agenda and our narrative. We're the ones that's controlling the narrative because of you and world events. Did you hear what I just said? That's the reason your sister asked you to do that. And when you do that, it makes it more likely that the algorithm will favor what it is that we're trying to do to let folks know that we're here. Watch this. During his first appearance of The Late Show with David Letterman in a decade, and this was in 2014, Yellow Springs resident Dave Chappelle talked about how he feels now about walking away from his Comedy Central show and reported $55 million deal. So I just wanted you to remind you guys that that's what that was about. Y'all remember that long time ago? How many of y'all remember they tried to make Dave look like he was a nut? How many of you all know they were seeding that in the news? Just like they were seeding that Michael Jackson was a nut. Just like they were seeding that the Minister Farrakhan was a nut and an anti-Semitic. Just like the U.S. government said that Dr. King was the most dangerous man. Just like we know that the government was the one that was secretly sending letters between Malcolm X and his teacher, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. It was your government that was causing strife and division. Talk black to me. Just like it was your political operatives that endeavored to undermine our great sister, Ida B. Wells, Fannie Lou Hamer. Talk black to me. How many of you all understand that? Yes, Bill Cosby too. Talk black to me. And they're doing the same thing now. Even someone like myself, when I was going through my federal unjust trial in federal court, when I was given Wall Street that work, when I was given high-level government entities that work, when I was given judges that work, other entities that shall remain nameless for now that work. They were putting my name in the news. The FBI posted some information to make me look like a for real criminal with trumped up charges after I was exposing them. Talk black to me. This is the work I was doing offline for many years ago. The real work, my son. Well, I want to remind you of something that took place that's very telling in this interview years ago that Dave Chappelle did with Oprah Winfrey. Hit that thumbs up button. I hope we clear up here. Y'all can still see me a little bit according to what I'm looking at right now, but y'all hit that thumbs up button and let me hurry up because I can already see the interference coming in now. Again. Watch this. Again, I've already read the Copyright Act. Y'all don't get mad. I'll show you a picture, but I'm not going to necessarily show the actual video. Just being extra cautious. Watch this. Watch this. Okay, watch this. Let me get the sound right. So in this interview that you're listening to right now, I believe it was 2006, Dave Chappelle agreed to sit down with Oprah Winfrey to discuss him walking away from $55 million, right? And remember, don't forget they tried to make Dave look like a nut. Listen to the beginning of the show, and then I'm going to try to recall, fast forward it and cue it to a particular part that I want you to hear. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? Thank you for your beautiful, kind words. Y'all always make me feel beautiful. I feel like a star, a cover girl. Talk black to me. And isn't it interesting? The other thing too, shout out to the Shade Room that shouted my inspirational post that I did out a few days back. Shout out to my sister, Tashina Arnold, also that shouted me out on Twitter. She was on Martin's sitcom. Shout out, even like I said, even when I give Charlamagne at work, a year and some, Charlamagne shouted me out on the Breakfast Club when he said talk black to me when he interviewed Dr. Umar Johnson. Shout out to my enemies that block me. God today. Thank you, Megan McCain, for blocking me on Instagram. Thank you to all of the stars. Thank you to the White House's people that blocked me and this kind of stuff after I gave Susan Rice that work on the video that went viral on Your Black World and stuff. Thank you to all of those particular factions and forces. Thank you for the CNN folks that privately reach out to me, and even someone from the Democratic Party that privately reached out to me as well. Thank you for all of the haters. We ain't gonna stop, baby. We ain't gonna stop. As the great bishop may he rest in power, used to say before. Remind me, Angel, of our bishop's name again. He said that we're not taking sides, we're taking over. I said, we ain't taking sides, baby, we taking over. Every knock is a boost. We're adopting that phrase. Remind me of our bishop's name who said that we're not taking sides, we taking over. Keep your little ugly comments to yourself, by the way. When she mentions the bishop, Eddie Long, thank you. Keep your little comments to yourself, family. Keep your comments to yourself. If you got something ugly to say about Bishop Eddie Long, I'm talking about all the good stuff. I'm talking about all the good stuff. We ain't taking sides, we taking over. Now listen. So Dave Chappelle is sitting down in this interview, I believe it was 2006, if I am mistaken. It's been many years ago, with Oprah Winfrey. Remember, she has the biggest platform at this time on the planet. The whole world knows who Oprah is. She's dominated for a quarter of a century, family. Known as the queen of talk, but thank God she's been dethroned because of her undermining of Black people. Thumbs up, share, share, share. Now listen. Or here we go. She don't waste no time. It's queuing right now. It's queuing right now, family. Give me a second to get the sound right.
It was completely outside of my frame of reference. I've been in show business since I was 14, and I've heard the stories of what happens, and I've seen these kinds of things play out in front of me.
Okay. When you say you heard this,
can you all hear now? I'm so sorry. Can y'all hear me now? Okay, I'm starting over. Y'all asked me to start over. Everybody, can you hear me now? Let me know if you can hear me now. Okay, the sound is good. Awesome. My apologies. I'm just going. Let me listen to this part. Awesome. Here we go. Okay, let me turn that down because we don't want to do that. Y'all keep hitting the thumbs up button, being patient with your sister. I'm a one-woman show, but we're going to get to where we're going. Dave is live. Dave is 2006 on Oprah.
Why'd you walk away from $50 million?
Well, I wasn't walking away from the money.
Yeah.
I was walking away from the circumstances that were coming with the newfound plateau.
Yeah.
It takes a while when you punch through to adjust to the atmosphere. It was completely outside of my frame of reference. I've been in show business since I was 14, and I've heard the stories of what happens, and I've seen these kinds of things play out in front of me.
Okay. When you say you heard the stories, what do you mean? What stories?
I mean, you see before, look, Mariah Carey made a $100 million deal, and 3 months later, she's all of a sudden mysteriously crazy. Or Martin Lawrence punches through and he's waving a gun on the street screaming, "They're trying to kill me."
Yeah.
Did you all catch that? Dave is blowing the whistle on not just himself, but he's showing you a pattern of how when somebody like Mariah Carey or Martin Lawrence, whenever somebody can't pimp them or use them or exploit them further, all of a sudden the news comes out to make them look like a nut. Talk black to me. Stop saying you can't hear me, family. Whoever's saying you can't hear me. Everybody else can hear me. Fix your device. Can y'all hear me? Y'all confirm. I think y'all can hear me now, unless that's an old message. Can everybody hear me okay? I don't want no trolls playing with me now, because I got to get to where I'm going. Thumbs up, share, 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 share. Okay, y'all can hear me. If you said you can't hear me, you need to fix your device. Y'all listen.
Yeah, we hear those stories.
And it always happens around the time in their career where it seems as though they're crossing.
Wait a minute, listen.
Of what happens. And I've seen these kinds of things play out in front of me
Okay.
When I saw
When you say you heard the stories, what do you mean? What stories?
I mean, you see before, look, Mariah Carey made $100 million deal, and 3 months later, she's all of a sudden mysteriously crazy. Or Martin Lawrence punches through and he's waving a gun on the street screaming, "They're trying to kill me."
Yeah, we hear those stories.
And it always happens around the time in their career where it seems as though they're crossing over the next plateau.
Yeah. Would you say you lost your mind, sort of?
Watch this. Dave Chappelle just sat there and said how they malign. How many of y'all forgot that Martin Lawrence, they tried to make us think that Martin Lawrence was a nut. Mariah Carey was a nut. He just exposed something. Did Oprah show any kind of concern? Did she ask who is they? Y'all tell me in the chat whether or not Oprah even acknowledged the legitimacy of what he said there. Or did she move on to try to make him look like a nut and do what her white zaddy paymasters and her corporate white conglomerates put her funny looking self there to do? Listen.
No,
No.
not exactly.
Okay.
I wasn't crazy, but it's incredibly stressful.
Yeah.
And I feel like in a lot of instances, I was deliberately being put through stress because, when you're a guy that generates money, people have a vested interest in controlling.
Yeah. Were they trying to control?
I don't want to move past that because y'all aren't listening to people that are behind the scenes. When you have superstars that's on the level of Dave Chappelle, who's behind the curtains, that's trying to leak information on the biggest platform of that time. And she's showing no concern. Keep listening.
Because, I read the Time magazine.
Y'all hit that thumbs up button. I see y'all coming on in here for an early edition of the Vicki Show. By the way, I'm typically here weekdays, 6:30 Eastern, even though my schedule has been all over the place. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, family. Listen.
And they were quoted as saying, you had extreme creative control and that you really ran your own show.
Yeah, okay, but Oprah, I did 2 very successful seasons before that. So why all of a sudden on the 3rd time am I in Africa by myself? Like, what's happening?
Yeah. So what happened? Did you find yourself spiraling?
Did you all hear him again tell Oprah? He's letting her know this isn't just me. I've had previous successful shows. This is manufactured. Oprah didn't ask who's the they. She didn't want him to bust her buddies. She turned around and kept making him look like a nut. Y'all keep listening.
Well, first of all, yeah, but I don't want to make it as a thing where I'm absolving myself of any responsibility.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm partially responsible. A lot of it has to do with me.
Was there a tipping point for you?
I'll give you an example. The first season ends.
Yeah.
And in the middle of the seasons, there was a renegotiation.
Okay. Listen.
Ultimately, through a series of events and a little pressure, I ended up settling for way less than what I wanted. And going forward, and then in season 2, the DVD's released, and it sets all these incredible records. Turns out the
$500,000 in one day,
right?
2.2 million in a week, the largest selling television DVD of all time.
Yeah.
So now suddenly, this is a bigger money maker than they thought. It was already making money, but now it's a whole new revenue stream, and my contract's up.
Yeah.
So we finished the season. So now,
listen,
the show is gaining popularity. Ratings up every week. I'm the toast of the town.
Yeah.
And when the season starts ending, you get the question. So, Dave, what are you gonna do? And blah blah blah. And I knew to be real tight-lipped about it. It wasn't like Comedy Central was a hot place to be when I showed up there.
Yeah. But you turned it around. Your show turned it around, became the most popular.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Black family, we give everybody their swag. Even in that boxing match with that little white little boxer that y'all giving this little credit to, funny looking self. He's an aberration. He's a random. We gave him credibility. The only reason why that fight even went anywhere is because black men dominate and always beat the brakes off the white supremacy. Now, y'all make sure, brothers, that next time you get the necessary training so that you can go in there and do what you need to do and not make black folk all around the world look crazy. I don't believe in giving the white supremacy that much stuff because y'all, that's a one-off. Your time is up. Y'all been winning politically, economically, and otherwise, but your time is up. So go ahead and get your little punches in. Because on the stage of life where we're going all 10, 12 rounds, we getting ready to shut you down and give y'all a knockout. So y'all keep getting your little punches in. Your time is up. But notice how Dave is the one that made Comedy Central something. So this is about exploitation. Somebody say this has always been about slavery. Talk black to me. Hit that thumbs up button. That's right. Venus and some things, swag. The education, STEM, all of science, all of technology, all of engineering, all of math. But listen.
It was
I'm skipping.
I mean, it's fun and all these things, but there's a tremendous amount of work that goes into making a show like that.
Yeah. People were saying, though, that you were on drugs, you lost your mind.
Where do you start?
Listen to this fool.
Nah, not for years.
Okay.
Do you see her? People saying you're on drugs. People, watch this, y'all.
I'm not on drugs.
You weren't on drugs at the time?
No, not at all. Not at all. I'm telling you, I was incredibly stressed out. Love is like a nutrient.
Listen.
And I was deficient on vitamin love.
Really? Were you really?
I'm on Oprah,
No, really, what was going on?
Do you all hear that when a black man is screaming after you murder them, crucify them, emasculate them, dismember them, destroy their families, their mind, and their woman and their children, he keep telling you he was stressed. He keeps telling you the world was at his shoulders. He keeps telling you, and Oprah is still ignoring him, but yet she'll have somebody on her show with some kind of strange lifestyle and show all kind of respect to them the same way she'll show all kind of respect to Michael Jackson's proven lying accusers. Do you all see how she shows no respect for the black man and the black woman? For real, for real? Hit that thumbs up button. Listen.
Man, where do you start? Damn this story.
Listen.
Listen. I was doing sketches that were funny.
Listen.
But socially irresponsible. I felt like I was deliberately being encouraged and I was overwhelmed. So
I'm going to let y'all get back to it. Dave said he felt he was being socially irresponsible. He understood his power. And Oprah doesn't even care. Dave was feeling conviction.
You're getting flooded with things and you don't pay attention to things.
And he said it was deliberate. Did you all catch him saying he was being encouraged to be socially irresponsible? In the same way hip hop artists are encouraged to put in music that talks about violence, killing their people, and putting our people on drugs. But if you mention certain members of white religious communities, or you mention folks with alternative lifestyles in their organization, you get maligned and censored.
Your ethics. Yeah. Or when you get so overwhelmed. It's like you won the lottery. And
explain.
Let's say for your handlers, for instance.
Yeah.
A lot of these people traditionally get paid on percentage basis. The more you work,
the more they make.
The more they make.
Listen.
You make that real money. They lost their minds. I thought they were crazy. It was like you got to do everything.
Yeah, yeah.
So I got all these things. Then I got, your own personal problems that get inflamed when this kind of money comes in. And I got to write a show and do the show. And I was overwhelmed. And it was almost like, I don't know, it was almost as if this was happening deliberately.
Woo!
You mentioned a moment ago that you felt that there were some things that weren't socially responsible. Like what?
He just dropped a bomb and told her that these things he felt was being done on purpose. She doesn't mention a word about it. She brings it back to him. Do you all see this as a pattern? He sat there and exposed what was going on with Mariah Carey, what was going on with Martin Lawrence when the media tried to make them look like nuts. He explained what was going on with him personally, and she continues to bring it back to Dave. She starts asking him, was he on drugs? They said you was a nut. They said you had 100% control. Are you all paying attention? Oprah, I allege, was doing a job for her zaddies. Y'all better listen and slam that thumbs up button. Hit that thumbs up button. Let them know that the Vicki Show, who y'all call the new queen, the new black queen of media, thumbs up. Tell them she's on live and direct for an early show. Giving you a perspective that they don't tell you, because I'm a spiritual and I'm a natural woman. And I've got to give you that perspective to show you what was seeded. Now we're seeing a harvest where it's easy for the media to dog out black people and to take us down. Listen.
Like there's this one sketch we did that was about this pixie that would appear whenever racist things happen. Whenever someone make you feel like they calling you that N-word, but don't say it. And it was funny. And the premise of the sketch was that every race had this like pixie, this like racial complex. And but the pixie was in blackface.
Listen.
Now, blackface is a very difficult image. But the reason I had chosen blackface at the time was because this was going to be the visual personification of the N-word. It was a good spirit or intention behind it. But what I didn't consider is how many people watch the show and how the way people use television is subjective.
I completely understand.
Yeah.
You understand because you are part of the League of Mammy who was placed there to undermine black people. It was Oprah that first started pushing an agenda before social media took off. It was Oprah that normalized those things. It was Oprah that shut out the mouths of intelligent black people. Listen.
Go finish, because I have to tell you.
So then when I'm on the set and we're finally taping the sketch, somebody on set that was white laughed in such a way. I know the difference of people laughing with me and people laughing at me. And it was the first time I'd ever gotten a laugh that I was uncomfortable with. Not just uncomfortable, but like, should I fire this person? And at the same time,
did you all hear Dave said that it was a white person, the way the white person laughed, he understood that his power wasn't being received quite right. And even though he said he knew why he did the blackface so that would be the representation for the N-word, he said he knew the difference. And Oprah isn't even moved. Listen.
Just not a naturally assertive person.
What was it about the laugh?
I know all these people be watching TV.
Listen.
That there's a lot of people who will understand exactly what I'm doing. Then there's another group of people who are just fans, like the kind of people that scream, "I'm Rick James," be at my concerts.
Yeah.
That this along for a different kind of celebrity worship rap. They're gonna get something
completely different.
Completely different.
Yeah.
They're concerned.
Yeah.
I don't want black people to be disappointed in me for putting that out there.
No, you don't want to be disappointed in yourself.
You know what?
Did you hear what this disgusting? Y'all missed that. Listen to what Dave said and listen to how this crunchy Aunt Jemima, this crunchy, dusty piece of crumb of a biscuit and a bone. Listen to what she says. Y'all missed it.
The kind of people that scream, "I'm Rick James," be at my concerts.
Yeah.
That this along for a different kind of celebrity worship rap. They're gonna get something
completely different.
Completely different.
Yeah.
They're concerned.
Yeah.
Listen.
I don't want black people to be disappointed in me for putting that out there.
He said, I don't want black people to be disappointed in me for putting that out there. He understands that he's representing more than himself, right? Dave just said, I don't want black people to be disappointed in me for putting that out there. Watch Oprah.
Be at my concerts.
Yeah.
that this along for a different kind of celebrity worship rap. They're gonna get it something
Completely different.
completely different.
Listen.
They're concerned.
Yeah.
I don't want black people to be disappointed in me for putting that out there.
No,
It's
you
like,
didn't want to be disappointed in yourself.
You see what this piece of vermin just said? She said, you don't want to be disappointed in yourself. Oprah was convicted. Oprah knew that her agenda was being exposed so that there would be no responsibility because we're at war. You represent more than yourself. And she turned it from him understanding that he had a responsibility to Black society. Be disappointed in yourself. Did you catch that? Did you see how she discounts Black society? Did you all catch that? She didn't care about throwing us under the bus. Listen.
oh, what? You're right.
Yeah. I still haven't gotten to why you just disappeared. So you had that moment, the guy's laughing too much. Was that the tipping point for you? Was that the straw?
That was the first tipping point.
Okay.
And then they put in the paper that I had pneumonia, or God knows what.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, Dave is getting ready to explain how they assassinate your character. He's already been talking about it. The brief clips here and there, I'm stopping it on purpose in between, family, for different issues. I'm doing commentary in between because I'm following the platform's rules so it don't look like I'm just playing this stuff. So be patient with me while I'm stopping giving my commentary. There's a method to the madness of why we do what we do. Somebody say the Vicki Show follows the rules. Y'all listen to what he's getting ready to say, how he felt he was set up again. He ought to know, but listen to your crunchy okra.
Disappeared. So you had that moment, the guy's laughing too much. Was that the tipping point for you? Was that the straw?
That was the first tipping point.
Okay.
And then they put in the paper that I had pneumonia, or God knows what.
Mm-hmm.
It was walking pneumonia because I was walking all over the place. I was relaxing. And then
Now she's laughing like it's a joke, but she didn't ask him. She's not talking about why did the media and why did his handlers and why did his company people, ostensibly company people, lie on him. Dave is making it clear that his folks lied on him about having pneumonia in the news. He's explaining it. She's not even asking him any questions to expose them. She's protecting them. Keep listening.
after that, I was coming back to the show, and then they were like, "Well, Dave, you should just back up the pneumonia story." And I was like, that was your thing. I'm not backing up a pneumonia story."
Did you hear that? Dave's people told him they're admitting they lied. They admitted they put that in the news, and they want him to lie about what they said about him in the news, to slander him. They told him to back up their lie about him in the news. He's given all the behind the scenes stuff, and Oprah ain't asking one question because she's there to protect them. Thumbs up, family. Share this broadcast out. I'm giving you a perspective that ain't nobody giving you a perspective to remind you on. Listen.
And then the next day, it was in the paper that I had writers.
Wait a minute.
I was coming back to the show, and then they were like, "Well, Dave, you should just back up the pneumonia story." And I was like, that was your thing. I'm not backing up a pneumonia story." And then the next day, it was in the paper that I had writer's block. Then I knew something was getting ready to get stressful because I hadn't even started writing. I was on schedule to write, so I was like, what's going on? Are they going to?
So these are your people trying to
manipulate me. Sounds like somebody's trying to put young Dave in a compromising position.
Talk black to me, Dave.
But okay, so then I got worse. So when I said I'm not going to do it, then all of a sudden,
this is breaking news he's giving. And Oprah ain't asking one question. She's covering for the zaddies. Are y'all catching this? Are y'all catching this?
now he has walking pneumonia. And then I knew long before I walked, I had considered walking.
You had considered
I
it.
had considered walking because I went back to work and the vitamin love was gone because it was a real ugly negotiation. It's a situation where now everybody's taking credit for this and that and the other. It was getting ridiculous.
Shout out to Dave, who said people are taking credit for stuff. Let me tell y'all something. The more of an artist I become with my craft and what I do, the more I start feeling sensitive about my stuff. These are God creations. And when people benefit off of the work and the labor that you do, and they don't want to give you credit and they don't value you as you appreciate, talk black to me. They want to act like that you didn't just upgrade your house with the finest granite, the finest floors. Talk black to me. Somebody say the law of honor. I just thought I would throw that out there. Side note.
So I got ahead of schedule and I bounced. And I didn't tell anybody where I was going. The whole time, they're trying to convince me I'm insane.
Listen.
They were trying to get me to take psychotic medication.
Y'all ain't catching this. He's giving us the playbook. He's behind the scenes. Let's see if Oprah, at least one time, is she gonna say anything? Is she gonna ask him to name who's behind the scenes? No, she's the reason, in my opinion, why he was brought on. She was told to bring him on and to deflect and to protect the zaddy, not the black man. Do you guys understand why I can't stand her? Y'all said you're listening. Thumbs up, share, share, share. My name is Vicki Dillard. Go to my Instagram page. I'm doing an amazing drop. I'm getting ready to release to you a powerful code that I was given. I'm going to provide you with a DNA activation like you ain't never known before. Go to Vicki X Dillard on my Instagram page. I'm going to drop it today. Meanwhile, I want you to sign up for the All Black National Convention. The link is in the chat. I'm going to be one of the keynote speakers, and I'm going to be amongst so many great folk, world shakers and history makers that's going to be at All Black National Convention. It's the end of this month, the beginning of November. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Keep listening, family. Share, 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 share.
Yeah. Like I'm sitting around, I was stressed out, but the people that were telling me I was insane, I believe that they knew what was going on. So
Dave said they lied about him being sick. Then they told him to agree with the lie they told about him being sick. Dave said that the things, how they were making him look in the media, he felt they were doing it on purpose. He was intentionally being maligned. Then they tried to say he was a nut. Remember when they told us that Michael Jackson was a nut? Remember they saying all these other people were a nut? Oprah doesn't care about the fact that they said he was a drug addict. She don't care about his life. She doesn't care about the stress. She's not asking who was behind it. Listen, I love you back to all of you that are saying that.
This was troublesome.
Yeah.
I said, I'm not taking this medicine, man, because I know these people be trying to control you.
Y'all ain't listening.
Psychotic medication. Yeah. Like I'm sitting around, I knew long before I walked, I had considered walking.
You had considered
I had considered walking because I went back to work and the vitamin love was gone because it was a real ugly negotiation. It's a situation where now everybody's taking credit for this and that and the other. So it was getting ridiculous. And I knew I was going to leave, so I got ahead of schedule and I bounced. And I didn't tell anybody where I was going. The whole time, they're trying to convince me I'm insane.
Thumbs up.
They were trying to get me to take psychotic medication. Yeah. Like I'm sitting around, I was stressed out, but the people that were telling me I was insane, I believe that they knew what was going on. So
as a journalist, that's the time, Oprah, to ask him, who is they? Who's lying on you? Who's saying you're sick when you're not? Who's trying to say you're on drugs and imply that you're on drugs, you're not? Who's trying to force you to take medicine? Oprah is quiet. And every time she brings it back to Dave, like he's a nut, like he's an irresponsible man. Y'all listen.
This was troublesome.
Yeah.
I said, I'm not taking this medicine, man, because I know these people be trying to control you.
I know how these people try to control you, he says.
Or maybe discredit you. I was afraid, like,
But you were stressed out. That's why.
Shut up, stupid. She sat up there and said, but you were stressed out. He just told you the powers that shouldn't be who helped to try to destroy Mariah Carey, Martin Lawrence, and others. He just told her back to back instances where he was deliberately being set up. And the only thing she's asking him is about where you were stressed out. Are y'all paying attention? Do you understand why I said that she's a part of the control opposition? She was chosen to dog out the black man for white zaddy. Kendon says, Vicki lifting the veil. I only do what the spirit showed me to do, baby.
Question, but it's very stressful for someone to constantly walk behind you and say, yeah, like I'm sitting around, I was stressed out, but the people that were telling me I was insane, I believe that they knew what was going on. So
that's breaking news.
This is troublesome.
Yeah.
I said, I'm not taking this medicine, man, because I know these people be trying to control you or maybe discredit you. I was afraid, like,
But you were stressed out. That's why.
There's no question. But
who cares? He was stressed out, stupid. He told you people was trying to force him to get on drugs. He told you they was lying about him being sick and told him to go out there and agree with the lie they told.
It's very stressful for someone to constantly walk behind you and say, you're insane. Oh, hey, how about this? I showed the work the first.
He said they were constantly behind him to convince him that he was insane. Oprah doesn't care. Do you guys see the pattern of the white supremacists? Why is it that your mainstream black-looking people in media aren't bringing these kinds of things up? He said all of this years ago, but all of your Aunt Jemimas and your Aunt Angela Rise and all them, they keep calling Oprah Auntie Oprah. They're bragging about how wonderful she is.
And where my office used to be, they built a wall there.
Why?
I didn't know why. But it came out later that they were like, well, they said you wanted it. I don't want to be walled up in the office.
Y'all hear that?
Hanging out and talking.
Okay. So you got up and you walked out and nobody knew where you were going. Did your family?
Do you all see how Oprah is the problem?
Lena?
She's the white supremacist.
I called my brother.
Yeah. She's a white supremacist. Oprah is a white supremacist.
Because I know these people be trying to control you or maybe discredit you. I was afraid, like,
But you were stressed out. That's why.
There's no question. But it's very stressful for someone to constantly walk behind you and say, you're insane. Oh, hey, how about this? I showed the work the first week and where my office used to be, they built a wall there.
Why?
I didn't know why. But it came out later that they were like, well, they said you wanted it. I don't want to be walled up in the office. I like hanging out and talking.
Okay. So you got up and you walked out and nobody knew where you were going. Did your family?
She has nothing to say about that. She just turned around and said, well, you walked away. Did you tell your family where you was going? As if that was the unpardonable sin. The unpardonable sin. As if that was a thing to talk about after he just got finished exposing a disgusting, highly weird scheme to destroy one of the most prominent black men at the time.
I called my brother. Yeah. Me and my brother, real cool. I called him up, was like, I'm going to Africa. He's like, cool, man, it's good.
Did your wife and children know where you're going?
No.
No, nobody knew.
No. I bounced.
Now, that sounds a little crazy.
It's not.
Wait, did you see this nut? He just told you that these powerful forces was trying to destroy him, force him to take drugs, lying about him in the media, constantly behind him. He said it was being done deliberately. Money was involved. Power was involved. And the only thing she can say that was a little nutty is when Dave was so overwhelmed, he left town and didn't tell anybody. He's going to explain why he did it. But she's acting like that was nutty. She didn't say the people that was trying to put him on drugs, the people that was lying to him, the people that was putting him under stress. She didn't say that was nutty. She's saying that the black man that was being publicly lynched in the media was the nut. Shame on you, you disgusting biscuit.
Because the situation kind of warranted it.
Okay.
What did he say? He said the situation warranted him being silent, him busting a move without saying what's what. Listen to his thinking.
Because certain people around me were putting my sanity in question.
Listen.
I would meet too much obstruction if I would say I'm doing something like this.
Okay.
So I figured.
Repeat what he said, Oprah. He said, I would meet too much obstruction if I said it, even to some of his closest family. But he broke down later how he was intending to tell, but he had to bust the move in silence first. Listen.
I didn't tell my wife. It was like, I'm not telling her till after I'm gone, which was a mistake, but it wasn't a crazy mistake. It's just a dude.
Yeah. You hear that? He said it was a dude. I understand.
Like, as a husband, she should have known where you're gone. Is that what you're saying?
She was gonna know. Okay. I called my brother. I told him, she called so, and I took off. Then I called my wife.
Okay. Why were you going to Africa specifically?
Did y'all hear that? Now, if I was still mad at the time, would I have been upset with my husband for about 2 seconds? But if me and my man are about this white supremacist war, and if he and I got before stuff started to go down, and my baby was getting ready to call me 5 minutes later after he landed, because I'm a warrior too, and because I only fool with real gods, I would have had my man's back. I would have known what to do. Talk black to me. He wasn't gone for months and Sundays before he said anything. Yes, I can understand her being disappointed for 5 seconds, but he was under pressure. What if he didn't say what he was thinking there, but what if the reason he didn't tell his own wife is because he felt his phone was bugged if he had contacted his wife? Talk blunt to me. Some of you all don't know nothing about that. When I was under heavy warfare, I was paranoid at one time, thinking that when you learn that the feds is watching you, when you learn that your work is being surveillanced because somebody put a bug in your ear. When I got a message from a black man who was sitting in a powerful place years ago, he was sitting in a place where he wasn't supposed to know something, but he gave me the heads up. Yeah, I was wondering who was parked out in front of my house. Yeah, when I was out in public, I was wondering who was watching me. Only to find out later, internal emails, that the FBI and the government and the FBI was in touch with some of the people that I was exposing in court. Yeah, you're going to be looking over your shoulders. That's why your sister is a beast in the spirit. That's why I called on my supernatural assistance when my back was up against the wall. That's what I believe he was implying. She's already making him look like a nut, and he sees throughout this whole interview, she's showing no sympathy for the bombs he's exposing. He sees she's showing no interest in who the people are behind it. That's probably what he was implying. He said his wife was going to know, but he knew he needed to do what he needed to do in that moment. So he called his trusted brother.
One, I needed a break.
Need a break.
2, we have family, friends down there. And 3, I just felt like it was a place where I could really reflect. Mm-hmm. It's just a place that I got to go.
And what did you conclude about yourself?
Oh, but I wasn't paying attention. I felt really guilty about being asleep at the wheel. I felt guilty about it.
That's powerful. Woo! What do you mean that's powerful, Vicki? when he said he felt he was asleep at the wheel, see, some of you all make fun of the so-called conscious community. First of all, there are different elements of the conscious community. Don't confuse me with the people that are pimping folks in Black society that calls themselves a part of the conscious community. Yes, there are some that mock our history, but the fact that there is a group of Black men and women that's trying to make us more spiritually and historically intelligent to know who we are, don't mock that, family. Learn to discern the difference between the wolves in the conscious society and respecting Black folks like myself that's trying to keep you up on game with the physical and the metaphysical. Don't mock all Black folks that's trying to make you intelligent by calling all of them hoteps in a demeaning way. When he says he was asleep at the wheel, he's telling you he was a dead man walking. He was unconscious. Do you all know that members of the oppressive class love dead Black people? They didn't like Dave because Dave woke up and understood his power, and he started to connect the dots with how it was adversely affecting Black people and how it was empowering white people. And Oprah doesn't care. They like you when you're asleep. They don't like folk like me and other Black folks that's waking you up. That's why they couldn't stand and can't stand Minister Farrakhan for decades on end. Don't mock us when we're trying to wake you up. Yes, there are some exploitative elements, but there are exploitative elements in every area of society. Don't you confuse my good work of inspiring, educating, informing, and giving you power with those of other knuckleheads. Consciousness has everything to do with Black liberation. What do you mean, Vicki? It's written in scripture. That there's a such thing as dry bones. And the prophet was told to prophesy to the dry bones. Black man, Black woman, we're considered to be the black bone, the dry bones in scripture. We're the thing that was dead, that was thrown away. And the prophet was told to prophesy to the bones. And the scripture says that the bones started to come together. The thing that was dead, the thing that was unconscious, started to get meat on its bones. But it still wasn't moving yet. My grandmother used to teach us a song about that scripture. That's right. Yahweh's Truth put the scripture from Ezekiel in there. My grandmother used to sing the song. I'm trying to remember, how did it go? Y'all ain't ready for it. Thank you, blessing. Watch this. I'm from Mississippi. My grandmama used to say, y'all make fun of me on this from Mississippi in New Prospect Missionary Baptist Church. Them bones, them bones, them bones, them dry bones. She would say, hear the word of the Lord. Y'all don't know about them old school. Y'all make fun of them old school folks. You thought they weren't educated enough. She would say, them bones, them bones, them bones. What'd she say? Them dry bones. Them bones, them bones, them bones, them dry bones. Them bones, them bones, them bones, them dry bones. Hear what? Hear the word of the Lord. Then my grandmother used to sing them old school bones. You're the dead thing, Black man and Black woman, that's coming to life. Consciousness comes with the energy. The first move of liberation is coming to yourself. The principle of the born identity. I'm not talking about this because he's a white man. I'm talking about it because it's a prominent movie, The Born Identity. We temporarily suffer from amnesia, but we're coming back to our righteous mind. We're coming to know that the government, just like the government was pimping Jason Bourne to kill, to assassinate, when Jason came to himself, he started to use his powers and his gifts to work against the government that was trying to pimp him. Laugh at that, Mississippi. Corrine Evans, the great ancestor now. My grandmother was a scholar. biblical scholar, religious scholar. Them bones, them dry bones. That old lady was singing that. What she say, mama? Them bones, them dry bones. Them bones, them dry bones. Hear the word of the Lord. See, your open enemy made you be so religious, you can't even hear it. You think that's some useless religion when you don't even understand it was prophesying about where we would be right now. Talk black to me. And what did Ezekiel say once the bones started to come together? The bones still didn't have life, right? The God asked the prophet, can these bones live? Ezekiel said, you know, Lord. He said, prophesy. You know how they make fun of Vicki? And say, what is she doing educating the people? I'm prophesying to the dry bones. I'm giving you mouth to mouth resuscitation. It's my energy, baby. And then the bones started to come together, but the bones weren't moving yet. The scripture says that the bones became what? A mighty army. You think it's a religious book. You are the mighty army that those dry bones are becoming. And they put false prophets like Oprah's and Gail's and lawn members like Aunt Jemima, Jamil Hill, Joy Reid, Donna Lemonade, Rolanda Martin in your face to deflect, cause you to deflect, to undermine you, to slow your progress, to keep you asleep, to keep you deaf and blind. But it's a new day, baby. I said it's a new day. I gotta go, family. Last little couple of minutes of this. Thumbs up, share.
Because I forgot the hostility of the environment of show business. It's it's not a docile environment. It's a challenging environment.
Yes.
And there's some quote that someone had told me that says success takes you where character cannot sustain you.
Wow. That's a good quote.
I don't care who you think you are or how you think you do it. You cannot imagine what celebrities go through as far as how your integrity and your self-image and all these things.
Okay, this is a theory that I've always had, and I discussed this with other people. The idea that if you don't know who you are when this big thing hits, when the big stuff comes, if you don't know who you are and can't stand in the center of yourself, then you end up confused and feeling thwarted and feeling diffused in many directions because everybody is pulling on you. Would you say that that was part of your issue? Trying to find the center for yourself?
Absolutely.
When you are suddenly given a $50 million contract.
Now watch this piece of biscuit, this little toasted, rusted, dusted, stale piece of biscuit. Listen.
You've been making, I don't know what before. That is a lot to orchestrate, to handle, and a lot for other people to figure out.
Oh, in that sense, it was like, all right, you're the CEO of a $50 million company. Good luck.
Yeah. Now you figure it out.
Right.
But you've worked your whole life for it. You wanted it. You struggled to get it. Sacrificed, rejected many times, told that things wouldn't work. And then all of a sudden, you're the genius, and we're going to give you $50 million. And that was too much for you to handle?
No,
fool. He said no. Did you ask Weinstein all those hundreds of millions of dollars was too much for him? David Geffen, your buddy, is a billionaire. Was that too much money? Black people, we created America. We created the entertainment industry, the music industry, your scientific industry, engineering. We engineered America. We inspired every technological advancement that you enjoy. But we've never reaped the benefits. So y'all want us to be happy with crumbs. So the moment you come to know your value, you want me to be okay that I'm just getting something. You got me messed up. I said we're taking, with all respect to our now ancestor, Bishop Eddie Long, I said we ain't taking sides. We taking over. We want it Oh! Dave said, no, it wasn't too much. Listen.
That's the thing that I always read that makes me mad. No, it was the fame. Couldn't stand the fame.
Yeah.
I love being famous.
Listen.
It's phenomenal. When I came out here and everybody was like, hooray, I was like, ow, back on TV.
Okay, so that's clear. It's not the fame, it's what?
It's the way the people around you position themselves around you to get in your pockets and in your mind.
Yeah.
That is it. Black man and black woman, if my babies are listening to me, if my older people are listening to me, whoever's listening to me right now, you deserve the wealth, the fame, the fortune, the recognition, because you are gods and goddesses. You are geniuses. You are the genie. Y'all better get ready to watch my drop, baby, because I'm going to be talking about the genes for real, for real, for real. Go to Vicki X Dillard on my Instagram page so I can do my launch, my webinar that's coming up Sunday, October 24th. You better get ready to sign up for it. I'm going to have the link in the information today at Vicki X Dillard. Watch this on Instagram. And I'll do it on Facebook too. So follow me on Facebook at Vicki Dillard. Watch this. He said, it's not the fame, it's not the fortune. He said, it's the what? The people around you that do what, Dave? We're finished now, family. Thumbs up, share, share, share.
Okay.
Like we can't handle power and glory. It all belongs to us, fool.
So that's clear. It's not the fame, it's what?
It's the way the people around you position themselves around you to get in your pockets and in your mind.
Yeah.
It's the way they get around you to get in your pockets and in your mind. Did you all hear Dave?
Yeah.
That it's infuriating to me.
You know, one of the phrases I always loved is to whom much is given, much is expected. And part of it is,
I know, I'm like Spider-Man, Peter. Great.
I'm done with her funny looking self. Did you all hear what he said? He said, it's not the fame, it's not the fortune, because people want you to see, black family. The reason why they keep trying to tell you to humble yourself is because they don't never want you to break forth and be the fullness of who you are. They want to limit you when folks tell you stuff like that. Be humble. No, Vicki knows what she's doing. I know I'm born for this. I know I'm not from here and I've come to bless the earth. Yeah, I know that. What? Well, you can't handle the fame and the fortune. No. He said it was how people position themselves around you to get in your pockets. He said, and to get in your mind. Somebody say, I want it all. Somebody say, cut the check. Somebody say, black empowerment. Don't you tell me for 1 second Oprah didn't sow the seeds to undermine black men, black people, and in this particular instance, Dave Chappelle and others. We will not be remote control and mind control. We are taking our minds back. And God willing, I have a small part in that. Our collective voices, our collective action is getting the job done. We're in our finest hour. Sign up for All Black National Convention family. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Text the word Queens to 31996 so that you're able to receive phone notifications when we go live from time to time. I am not the only queen on FlyNubianQueenTV.com, so you'll receive notification when one of the other queens are going live. Go to my website at Miss Vicki TV. That's MissVickiTV.com for my launch, my drop today. I can't wait to see you there. Again, shout out to all of our beautiful moderators, family. Make sure that you support Black businesses. AllBlackNationalConvention.com is at the end of this month, beginning of November, baby. We're going to be having a Black meeting of the minds with real practical solutions. And I can't wait to keynote this powerful word that I'm looking forward to addressing the Black nation. You are my bliss. I'm your sister with the curly braids. I bow to you. I can't wait to see you again.